Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for coming by the video. Hope you guys are all having a great holiday. And you know my name. It's Jesus himself, a.k.a. 8 Thoughts. Today, my friends, we're going to talk about how Sledgehammer Games, once again, is a complete ridiculous Down syndrome 360 by no scope, shoot themselves in the foot development team that probably should be fired. Yes, they need to be fired. Everyone loves Christmas Noobs. I love Christmas Noobs. You love Christmas Noobs. But the people over at Sledgehammer Games who have been proven to be liars, namely Michael Condrey, who said Score Based Matchmaking isn't the game, even though a dude named Robert proved otherwise with some amazing research that Drifter made a video on, but then Drifter didn't want to actually admit the fact without actually saying that there is Score Based Matchmaking in the game. He did pay the dude $1,000 on a Score Based Matchmaking challenge, but then also had to add in that he talked to Michael Condrey, and he was told that there isn't score-based matchmaking in the game. So at the end of the day, he didn't actually give a real definitive answer, even though he kind of did with his actions, because actions speak louder than words, and he paid the dude $1,000. So obviously, yes, score-based matchmaking is in the game, and Michael Condrey is playing the Grinch again of Christmas. People love Christmas Noobs. I love Christmas Noobs. We all get super duper Cooper excited because Christmas Noobs are a great aspect of the holiday fun for us Call of Duty nerds, fanboys who have Stockholm Syndrome. Check into Stockholm Syndrome. For those kids that don't know, it'll make the joke a whole lot funnier. Then come back and finish this video. But due to score-based matchmaking, it seems that Christmas Noobs are nowhere to be found. It seems that there's a whole lot in the headquarters. You see a bunch of dudes with low ranks hanging out, not knowing what they're doing, walking into the walls and shitting themselves. But when it actually comes to playing a game of Call of Duty World War Crap, they are nowhere to be seen, and it's just like it's always been since the beginning. Sometimes you have a game with a bunch of MLG tryhards on your team, sweating it out like as if they somehow are getting waterboarded, or you get a complete group of mental midgets and you end up just having to try to carry your team. They probably would end up cutting themselves with the butter knife if they had the option. At this point, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I recommend let's go play some Fortnite, let's go play some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, but don't forget the fact that I will never, ever stop my quest to poop on this game and the developers when they need to be told they suck. And at this point, Michael Condrey and Sledgehammer Games, obviously resounding definitive proof, they suck. The big one, boys. They are the Grinch of Christmas. They have stopped us from having Christmas Noobs domination. My self-esteem needed a boost this winter, and I was hoping to come home, be able to turn this Christmas around and kick the crap out of us with Christmas Noobs, but Michael Condrey doesn't know what he's doing, and apparently he's a liar as well, and there's no score-based matchmaking in the game, but for whatever reason, I can't get ranked up with some Christmas Noobs. It's business as usual, MLG Tryhard Sweatfest, 75-74 games or team deathmatch. If I go play free-for-all, that's the best mode for me because at least I'm on my own. I don't have to carry a bunch of knobs on my team, and I can just go wreck people and have a good time, as you see in the amazing gameplay in front of you. And I don't know what it's going to take for these developers to learn or to know what the people want. I do not understand why they don't seem to listen to the people who are playing this game. Sledgehammer Games and also Infinity Ward and even Treyarch, but Treyarch is the least guilty out of all the developers. But all these developers don't seem to listen to the majority of the people, and it really dumbfounds me. I understand they're selling a ton of games, but if you notice after the release, for example, Call of Duty World War II right now sold like $1 billion. I think it's one of the highest selling games in recent history, but I think that overall the numbers are way down after the fact. Sure, they got their money. It was sort of like a scam. You bought this used car and you got a great deal on it and you're all excited. You're like, yeah, I got a 1998 Ferrari Testarossa for $5,000. And you know what? It sounded too good to be true, and it was. And I was calling this from the get-go. If you go back to my old Twitter, well, actually it got banned. I don't have that Twitter anymore because people, for whatever reason, don't like the truth that I speak. And also, links are in the description below if you don't know. My new Twitter, down there, while we're talking about it. Hit that follow button. Thank you very much. We got to build the army back up on Twitter. But I was saying on my old Twitter before it got banned that, yes, Call of Duty World War II is going to come out the gates flying. It's going to sell a ton of games. It's going to make a bunch of money. And then it's going to fall off a cliff like a suicide bomber that got confused and ended up having a stroke like Hillary Clinton. I don't understand that reference at all either, guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just winging it here, man. And that's what has happened. And they don't listen to the development team. Like, look at games like Fortnite, for example. It's a free game, and look at the developers. They do such a great job of listening to the community. They actually patch things. They listen. They did things to make the game better on a constant basis. Rainbow Six Siege is another example. That game came out the gate, oh, it was going to be really good, and it died. It was horrible. And the developers realized the mistakes they made. They listened to the community. They patched it. They made the game better. And now Rainbow Six Siege is a huge, popular game. Not as popular now as it was a couple months ago, but still huge because PUBG is out, Fortnite, and of course Call of Duty, the Christmas season, and all these other games that are coming out. But it went from being a zero to a hero, and it still has a huge, especially on PC, and actually all platforms, if we can be forthright here, a huge player base. But Call of Duty developers, for whatever reason, don't want to listen to us. No one wants score-based matchmaking in the game. And even when it's proven in front of their faces that yes, score-based matchmaking is in the game, they sit there and lie to us. It's like that song by Shaggy, "It wasn't me, she caught me on the sofa. It wasn't me, trying to caught me on the camera. It wasn't me." I don't know the lyrics because I'm not a loser and I don't listen to that stuff. But you know the song I'm talking about, Shaggy, "It wasn't me." That's what they're like. Michael Condrey is Shaggy. It wasn't me. Jeez. But seriously, I mean, come on, man. This is out of control. The only thing they seem to have listened to, and I'm holding on to it, and I'm praying, and I got my fingers crossed, is they are only having visual variants when it comes to guns. No actually stat-based differences when it comes to Call of Duty guns this year, and I think that's fantastic. They actually listen. So for that, at least one thing so far, the year isn't over. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 by Treyarch isn't here yet, but so far they're living up to the word. There's no stat-based variants in Call of Duty World War II. I don't know why I have to say Call of Duty World War II, but I do, and I like it. I'm Batman. And I know that's inevitable that some of you out there are going to be like, you know what, hey, Ducks? Hey, Ducks, you just don't like score-based matchmaking because you're a scrub and you don't want to play Call of Duty. I like getting matched up against same-ranked players all the time. I like to be challenged. I like to go out there. I don't like it easy mode. I like to have to work and be good to get a good kill because you're a scrub, ain't that? That's right, you're a scrub and mommy doesn't like you and she cheats on you with the black guy because he's got a BBC and you don't. Yeah, we think about that. Yeah. Now, my rebuttal to Timmy No Thumbs Down Syndrome Face fanboy who happens to think Optics Company's an attractive young man is that there is ranked playlists in Call of Duty now. There is game battles in Call of Duty now. And that's why score-based matchmaking in a public playlist has to go. Because I need, with my old ass and my old reflexes, I need all the help I can get in order to provide this amazing gameplay in front of you and playing against sweats all day and 18-year-olds with G Fuel and endless supply of Adderall prescription and 10% discount codes for scuffed gaming controllers. And a keyboard and mouse while we're at it like Mark of J, who pretends to be an amazing gameplay commentary, but actually is using a Zim XIM and uses the keyboard and mouse while playing on console with an aim assist that helps him get amazing kills. Just saying, calling him out right now. Yeah, and the Dallas Mavericks suck. So I don't know what the reasons are for having score-based matchmaking in public lobbies. I guess because the majority, or the excuse that developers like to use, are that the majority of people who play Call of Duty online don't play the ranked playlist and mostly just play the public matches. And I guess their fear is that they go up against a beast like me who doesn't need a scuffed gaming controller or Adderall or G Fuel or a keyboard and mouse like Mark J. Dallas Mavericks suck to dominate. Then they will get their butts kicked on a regular basis, be discouraged from playing the game, won't buy DLC, COD points, microtransactions because they're tired of getting beat up. So they try to match them up with other people who are similar skill level. Then they don't feel like they're getting their ass kicked all the time. They can feel good and maybe do well in a couple games and progress along that way until they get better. But I don't know, man. That's an argument for it. There's an argument against it. I mean, I can understand that point of view now that I think about it, but also at the same time, I don't think so because everybody has to start off a game sucking. That's just how it is. I just started playing Fortnite. I was horrible. I'm horrible. I'm not that great at it. I have yet to get a win. I get second place all the damn time. I don't know what hell's going on with Fortnite, but I mean, I had to learn a curve on that. PUBG, there's learning curves to game, and nowadays people are just such wussies, it seems like, that they can't take any kind of challenge, and they just turn around and say, oh, this game's too hard, I gotta quit. I'm gonna go back and play Roblox or Minecraft. Oh yeah, I love Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, the real lesson learned here is that Michael Condrey is the Grinch of Christmas. Sledgehammer Games sucks and couldn't develop a game to save their lives. I'm the greatest Call of Duty YouTube in the world. You people are amazing individuals. Thank you very much for watching this video. And Score-Based Matchmaking sucks. With all that being said, hey, if you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure to smack that like button and also subscribe. And last but not least, just stay black and don't let the honky cracker reptilian shapeshifter building the moon base harp. They're spraying chemtrails. 9/11 is a job, just Google Tower 7, but Human Gorse Elders is flat. The moon landing was fake. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. White man, bring ya down.
Yeah.